You see that? And show my people their transgressions. So yes, we say, hey, brother, sister, you're not supposed to be doing that. You're not supposed to be doing this. We got to fix what needs to be fixed. You understand that? So now, her point was, she tried to, did you hear what she said?
Somewhat. She more speaking out of anger.
More of anger and emotions, right? Typical woman stuff, right? Yeah. But her point was to say, your approach is wrong. You should be doing it like this and not like that. You understand what I'm saying? So, in other words, speak like Joel Osteen.
My question is, what made her say like the approach is wrong?
I don't know. I was trying to get her to explain it. Nobody caught it. Right. You see, she didn't explain it, right?
Right.
We were waiting for her to explain it. I even said, hey, sis, calm down.
I'm going to tell you, you can lose people when they don't understand.
Right, that's the point. When they don't understand.
Dumbfounded is just, not necessarily, a person is a dummy, but to be dumb, you just lack knowledge in a certain area. But to be stupid is to know something and don't act upon what you know.
Right, so Kyle, let me ask you something. Right? You grew up in church, right?
Yeah.
All of us did. Now, what denomination did you grow up in?
I grew up in a denomination of Christianity, but like I told you,
well, that's the general term, Christianity, but was it like Pentecostal, Baptist? More so Baptist, right? Yeah. So now, the officer's point earlier, which he told his sister, there's churches on every single corner in our communities, right? But we still have gang violence, single-parent households, murders, robbery, rape, all these different things going on in our community. Now, if the churches were the solution, why do we still have these things going on in our communities?
Because we ain't starting with the youth.
We're not starting with the youth.
We're not putting our sole focus to the youth. It starts with the youth, like the brother you said earlier. We ain't pretty much, you ain't the older people you gotta be scared of. It's the younger people because they moving without knowledge.
Okay.
When you move without knowledge, you more of a threat when you move like a lot of our young people move. That's more of a threat to society versus the older ones.
Okay, I'm with you. So now you said
if it makes any sense.
if they're not moving without, or if they're moving without knowledge, that's the problem, right?
You can't tell what a young person, because a young person with no sense of direction, you can't tell which way they're going. But an adult that has direction or has experienced direction in life, whether they're going direction or not, we can see that.
Okay. Now, I want you to get knowledge from me in Malachi, but I want Deuteronomy 7:6 first. I'm going to show you something, Kyle. Watch this. Deuteronomy 7:6. Watch this.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. Get out. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So Kyle, help me out with that. Now, I'm going to read it again, and I want you to explain it, right? Come on.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. But thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So help me out, my brother.
Talking about the king, the man.
Talking about who?
To me, I take it as he's talking about man, the king, the leader, the one that's supposed to be the leader.
Okay, the man, the king, or the leader, right? So guess what? This scripture is talking about the entire nation of Israel. So now, the nation of Israel are these people on this sign right here. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Where do you see yourself on the sign here?
At the top.
Top. Judah, right? So now, let's read it again. Deuteronomy 7:6. Now, give me Deuteronomy 1:1. Say again?
It could be Judah or it could be Gad. It can only be American Indian, Gad, or either American black or Indian. That's
okay. So now it goes by your father's lineage. Right?
Yep.
Same thing we told the sister. It goes by your father's lineage. You might not have heard it. So your father, where would he be at? Judah or Gad? Is he native or so-called African American?
I would say we're more so native. But we taught that we coming from African American descent.
Okay, you saying more native.
I can't say I agree or disagree either or, because it's just so many, man. You know what I'm saying? So many.
Well, it's either or, right? It's either or. Because
like the Migos, they like good. They just like
talking about the Hispanics?
Right.
Yeah. Those are our brothers. Yeah. Right. They up there. You see they up there.
Right? When I see a Hispanic person, I see me.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
The women are like our
so you made
fellas had the strength of a black man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they got knowledge of us too.
All right, so Deuteronomy 1:1. Watch this, Cal.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 1.
Bring it out.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
One more time.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
These are the words that Moses spake unto all Israel. All Israel. 7 and 6 again.
Deuteronomy 7, verse 6. But thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
You are an holy people unto God. Remember, he spoke these words to all Israel, right? Come on.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee. Come on.
To be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So now, you knowing that, that's in the Bible. That's been in the Bible since it's been written. It says, you are holy and above everybody else that are upon the face of the earth. So that means, who does that talk about? You're above who? God says you're above who, for example? Name some other nations. Huh?
Can you be above? That's a question for me to you.
No. It says you're above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Right.
So now name some other people that are not on this sign.
That's what I would be lost at. That's what I'll be asking on. Who would other people be? I mean, I have heard that ample amount of times, like many times, but I ask myself, what people would we be above? Unless, except the people that put us down.
Okay, except the people that put us down.
The only one I can say we would be above is anyone who consider us beneath them. You know what I'm saying?
Give me some names, like who?
Anybody. It could be black people, white people. Here, African people don't like black people.
Okay, African people, white people. Who else?
But that's just because of teaching.
All right, so you name some. African, white, what else?
They are in all nationalities. Everybody look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. There you go. All of them, right? There you go. So
that's
now,
why I wasn't able to say because it's all of them.
it is all of them. But I just want you to give me some examples, right?
So.
It is all of them. That's a good general answer.
It's enough examples though to say all.
It is. So now, anybody that's outside of this sign right here,
Yeah.
look at the sign again. You see the so-called Negroes, quote unquote, Hispanics, Native Americans. Anybody that's not on this sign, God says you're better than them. Read it one more time.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. But thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So now, this is just one of the many things.
I'm gonna ask y'all something.
Hold on. This is just one of the many things that we come out, Cal, and teach our people, right?
Yeah.
So now, what's wrong with this, us coming out to tell our people that God chose you to be special unto him? What's wrong with
I'm
that?
gonna tell you like this, brother. I tell anybody, I share with anybody who got ears.
Hold on, I'm dealing with Cal. You talking to me? Yeah. I'm dealing with him right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, so my thing is, well, we was talking about, like,
my question, Kyle, my question is, what's wrong with us coming out and teaching our people that God chose them to be above everybody else? I'm asking you, what's wrong with that? Because remember, the sister's point was, no, your approach is wrong. You should be doing something different. We're coming out to tell our people they're special.
Okay,
God chose them to be above all.
What was the lady saying that you should do different? That you should be doing different.
Guess what? You didn't get the point just like I didn't get it. She won't say nothing.
She was never explaining it.
Right, that's the point. Because you know why? She didn't know what we were doing. She don't know what we were doing.
Well, that's where it's all still messed up back then, see?
Right.
That's where it's still
So the point is this. What I'm showing you is there's nothing wrong with what we're doing. She just don't understand it. Okay, and then she get in her emotions when we start saying, hey sis, you're supposed to be doing this, you're supposed to be doing that.
It's like this.
According to the Bible, that's it.
You're not doing it any different from a Presbyterian, an Apostolic, a Baptist. You're not doing it any different.
No, we're doing it.
You just
totally
giving it in
different.
the way that you know.
We're doing it totally different.
Everybody's giving it back.
Let me explain something to you. You know how it's different? I'm gonna explain to you how it's different.
We're sharing knowledge. So if she offended by you sharing knowledge, my point is this: knowledge is coming from all different directions, right? You're giving it through yours, Christian giving it, Baptist giving it through theirs. But the fact of the matter is to have the ability and maturity to stand in and listen, whether you agree or not. Because to be intelligent, you have to learn, you have to listen to the right, and you have to listen to the wrong to distinguish and balance the difference.
All right, give me Malachi 2:7.
So that's why I can listen to the wrong, and I can see where there's a lot of truth in there.
Watch this.
The book of Malachi, chapter 2, and verse 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge,
it says the priest's lips should keep knowledge, right? Because you mentioned knowledge earlier.
Yeah.
Right? Watch this. The priest's lips should keep knowledge. It's going to tell us what the knowledge is. Read on.
And they should seek the law at his mouth.
They should seek what?
The law at his mouth.
So now, my brother Cal, it says the priest's lips should keep knowledge and they should seek the law at his mouth. So the knowledge is supposed to be God's law. You understand? So we come out and teach our people, like you said earlier, correct what's wrong, fix the things that's wrong. We're doing that out of God's laws. That's called knowledge. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For example, you eat pork?
No.
You don't. Why do you not eat pork?
It ain't good for them.
It's not good for you.
Furthermore, it goes back. Matter of fact, I had a discussion about that yesterday with my brother. Matter of fact,
but Cal, here's the point. I'm gonna make it simple.
Where it come from?
You said it comes from the Bible.
We shouldn't eat pork.
It comes from the Bible. God says he did not create that for us to eat as meat. Right? It's an animal that he created, but not for meat. Not for you to eat it.
Might sound funny, but you know what, pork? Eating that pork has a thing to do with the way that woman is reacting to you too with your knowledge.
Say it one more time.
Eating that pork had a way, something dealing with the way she reacted to you too. And the way our people are.
Yeah, it's an unclean spirit.
They've been feeding it to the slaves since way back, right?
Right.
So when they feed it to you, it become the stress, the beating of the slaves became a part of your DNA. So that's why our black people have the heart trouble. That's why we can't see the get up. It's in your DNA because it's been installed for slavery.
So so watch this right here. Watch this right here.
You can strengthen the DNA with knowledge and change all that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12. And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
It says, now Israel, what does God require of you? Cal, now that you know you Israel, either from the tribe of Judah or Gad, what does God require of you? That's what I'm asking you. I'm going to read it. I'm going to finish reading it. But
I just know I'm brown. You know
okay, you don't know, right? So watch it. Read it again.
Deuteronomy 10, verse 12. And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
What does God require of you? Read on.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
It says fear God. Read on.
To walk in all his ways and to love him.
Walk in all his ways and to love him. Read on.
And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul.
Read on.
And to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Kyle, that's your duty right there. You're supposed to keep God's commandments. As an Israelite, that's the whole duty. Keep God's commandments. So do you know God's commandments? Remember, I said earlier, remember I read the scripture, it says, the priest's lips should keep knowledge and they should seek the law at his mouth. Yeah. So the law is God's commandments.
Your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
Right. So now, give me some of God's commandments.
Same as the basics, man. Don't steal, kill, all the above, man. So
you touching on it, so now you're going into the 10. Guess what one of the 10 is? Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
It's far more than 10 if you consider it the life living. It's more than 10.
It is. So now, what about the Sabbath day, Cal?
So, I don't really, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, I don't even know too much to get into any of this. I had a natural being away. I don't know how to explain it.
Okay, I'm going to tell you before you go.
We can build those.
Today,
I got a natural
today is God's Sabbath day. Remember, it says you can work 6 days, but the 7th day is the Sabbath, right?
I know what I was going to mention to you before I go. A lot of the knowledge that we speak, a lot of knowledge, it comes from us. We the first thing. Like, it's no way around. You can't get damn white. You can get white from black. You can't get black from white. So it's like this. At the end of the day, man, we the only one I see. You say Judah, right? We call it say American blacks, right? How many different? I'm gonna ask you this. How many different ways can you label a black man? Or so we say a brother. We're gonna say our people. How many ways can you label our people? We being called African American, Judah American blacks.
Yeah, and guess what you're saying? What you're doing is you're naming, right? You're paraphrasing what God described as a curse upon our people.
Right. I'm gonna give you this though. You remember when you?
I'm gonna read it. Hold on, Kyle. We're gonna read this.
The reason I said that, it goes back to when you asked me earlier about being beneath people.
Come on.
That's why they label us so many different because they know we
are. Give me 15 first and then 37. Watch this, Cal.
You understand?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Remember I read earlier.
Yeah, hear me.
Remember, Deuteronomy, I heard you. But Deuteronomy, who was Deuteronomy written to? I read it earlier.
I don't even know.
You forgot. It's written to all Israel.
I don't believe everything I read in the Bible.
You should. This is your history book. Now read this. 15.
Hold on, Cal.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
If the Israelites, which are on this sign, did not keep God's commandments, curses would come upon them. You understand that? This is Moses telling them this thousands of years ago. So now read one of them.
Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all the nations, whether the Lord thy God shall lead thee.
It says one of the curses upon the Israelites is they will become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword. So now, a proverb is something that's a wise saying, but it's in the negative, right?
Yeah.
So now, a byword is what? What is a byword?
I wouldn't even know.
Okay, a bicycle is what?
A byword?
No, what's a bicycle?
A continuous cycle?
No. What is a bicycle?
Something you ride.
It is, right? But it has two wheels on it, right?
Okay.
Now, a byword is...
Oh, a word two ways.
It's describing something, right, outside of what God gave you. So now, African, look how African American is a byword.
So you're saying combining two?
Right.
Two different things.
Just for an example. That is a byword, right? You say, how many different names can you call a black man? African American, Negroes, coloreds, niggas, right? All these different things. They call us those things, but guess what? That goes back to the curses upon our people for breaking God's commandments. So we gotta come out and teach our people they're the Israelites, and we must keep God's commandments. You understand what I'm saying? So going back to the point, that sister don't know what she's talking about. She don't know what our mission is, right? She has a problem with something she don't understand. So we come out to fix our community, we must come back to God's commandments. That's the solution to our people. You understand? So let me get Numbers 15:30. I'm gonna give you one. Real quick. Numbers 15:30. Watch this.
I'm gonna go, my car running and he's
all right, this is the last one I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna let you run.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel.
Notice that, Cal. God says, speak unto who? Read again.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
Why didn't it say everybody? It says, speak unto the children of Israel. So this is why we talking to you, the people that's on that sign. That's who God is dealing with. Read on.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
It says, make fringes in the borders of your garments. You know what a fringe is? It says, make fringes in the borders of your garments. This is the law. This is knowledge.
Yeah.
Then what is a fringe?
I don't know. Explain it to me.
Good. We're going to read it. Read it again.
Tell me what
Numbers chapter 15, verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
So now, this right here is a fringe. These are fringes. You see the brother there? See the brother? These are fringes. This is a commandment of God, okay, to make fringes. Now, it doesn't specify the color, but read on. Watch the next part.
And that they put upon the fringe of a border a ribbon of blue.
Read it again.
Verse 38, speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
So make fringes in your garments throughout your generations. That means what? This is perpetual. It should go on forever and ever. As you have children, you pass this down to them.
Right.
You pass it on to their children. But guess what? We forgot it. We lost the knowledge. We lost God's laws. Read on.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Now that you put upon the fringe a ribbon of blue. You see that? See the brother?
Yeah.
See the brother?
Yeah.
That's a commandment of God as an Israelite.
That's right.
Sounds like you from Gad. That's what you're saying. But that's a custom that your forefathers kept. You ever seen the Native Americans with the fringes? You never seen that? We got the image out here? Right. Look at this thing right here. Look at this. You see this? At the bottom right there. You see that?
Yeah.
They always did that thing. That's a commandment for the Israelites.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we come out, look around. Nobody's doing it. Why? Because they don't have knowledge. They don't have God's laws. The churches has been set up. They're not teaching God's laws. That's going back to the point. You see what I'm saying?
I gotta check my phone so I can see what up.
All right, brother.
to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.